Hello?
Yeah, Mindfulness Journey. Let us start our journey today.
I didn't know he was there. Yeah. He's pretty close. Or just wait. I know. So is he.
So, the mind is the cause of suffering, and mind is the cause of peace and happiness. This is how the master explains. And in the second step, they say that this mind has three defects, if I use that term. What is that effect? The ignorance, hiding or veil, and the impurities. So when all the three defects are removed, the mind does not look anything outside. It is absorbed inside. So take one defect, the way the one master explains, the veil. Veil is hiding. We have wallet, but money, dollar is the main thing, not the wallet. And the wallet hides the money. So this master says similarly, this body hides my true nature. But when the mind gets mixed up, it claims that I am the body, I am the mind, I am the breath, the problem comes. So this identification is the third effect, but hiding is the second. From where these two defects come? From the incomplete knowledge. And that incomplete knowledge about myself is ignorance. Other masters say that we have an identity crisis. We don't know who we are. We claim we are husband and we have a problem. We claim we are wife, we have a problem. We claim we are long list. So there these masters says, you have to change inside. Don't change anything outside until the change from inside comes. By regular practice, by contemplation and reflection. And when you are practicing regularly, one day all these three defects are gone and the mind naturally lives inside. In Sanskrit, these three defects are known as avidya. Second is avaran, that is veiling, hiding. And the third is mala, the impurities. So here the impurities means that the mind stuck somewhere outside, either with a person, with a possession, with a thing outside. That's why I used to say I'm homeless, jobless, and knowledgeless. Can I live into the state of non-identification, not identifying with the things, people outside, and continue to play your role? You will enjoy your life. So by regular practice, the state of the mindfulness leads to change in the brain. And we have been talking, change in the brain changes our attitude changes our personality changes our day-to-day living. So it's a movement from inside to outside. First we have to move from outside to inside, removing the 3 defects, awakening to my true nature, and then I allow that true nature through the intellect and the mind to express itself. The life changes. That is the journey of the mindfulness. Let us start our journey today. Close your eyes. So when we close our eyes, just live into that knowledge. That will help you a great deal. When I close my eyes, I am saying goodbye to my sense perception. That is the knowledge. But can I live into that state? Yes. I can live into that state. How? Just maintaining awareness. So when the eyes are closed, you are looking at the neck joint. You see, when I talk of these fundamentals, they are applicable to any practice of meditation. So you are looking at the neck joint, feeling the sensation. I'm returning again to the same old stuff and experiencing steadiness. The mind should not trigger and move the body, and that is why I say being comfortable and steadiness. Shoulder joints. Whatever we have discussed, and we will apply that. And how to apply that? First is the recognition, either of the ignorance, or of hiding, or veil, or impurity. Look at the hip joint. Now see that the mind is looking at the hip joint. It feels the sensation, being comfortable and steadiness. At the same time, you have a lot of thoughts. That too is okay. But to get carried away by these thoughts, we fail in meditation. Look at the knee joints. Feel the sensation, being comfortable, steadiness. And the fourth point, you are simply aware. Is the mind dropping into ignorance or hiding by identifying, or the constant influx of thoughts makes the mind impure? We have to simply become aware. when we are aware that these three defects comes and goes, the very awareness on one hand and the practice of the steps, the entire body being comfortable, steady, and still something is happening in the mind. And that's why I say be carefree. Recognize it. So that we are not carried away by these three movements of the mind. Mind will have an obsession that I'm the body, and then the body has a pain or discomfort. And the mind is lost in that. The entire practice. You see, every master says, first find out which posture you can sit for a little longer period. But that makes the journey very long. And you do it together with awareness, by being comfortable and being carefree. Body is the wallet, but without recognizing and settling the body completely, the mind cannot drop the identification with the body. And that is why look at the head and the neck. The mind moves on the head and the neck. Feel the sensation, relaxation, and stillness. Clarity of understanding. Clarity should be there. We are moving the mind within. That's what happens. You don't give a wallet when you want to purchase something. You open the wallet and go into the layers and find out the payment module. See that. Veil, hiding. And what we are doing, compare it. Look at the right arm. Feel the sensation, relaxation and stillness. Left arm, so is the mind moving again and again on the left arm. And if it is not moving, move it. That will keep our awareness intact. And then we have an experience, sensation, relaxation, and stillness. Chest and the belly. Follow these common steps regularly, even if you have 10 minutes of time, without fail. What is the clarity that body hides that my true nature? So the mind starts learning, I am not the body. But we follow totally a different route. This is the route. Look at the right leg. Move the mind on the right leg. Feel the sensation, relaxation and stillness. Left arm, left leg. Sensation, relaxation and stillness. At a subtler level, the mind will sometimes hide our true nature, means it identifies with the body or the breath or the mind or the thought. Sometimes, without clarity, it will move that I am the body. You see, there is a little difference. And then, impurities, a constant influx of thoughts will bring the mind down. So all these three defects you are just observing and recognizing. That's all. During the entire process. Now move the mind on the entire body. The mind moves on the entire body from the top of the head to the toes, and you do it gently, slowly. So when you do it slowly and gently, we have a new experience. So experience in the mind changes the brain. So simple to don't say one day experience. It all depends on the intensity and the degree of our ignorance and the impurities. The entire body. Feel the sensation, relaxation, and stillness. So in Tantra, we have many practices related to the body to drop that identification. Many of them you might have done with me. So even we continue to focus on the body to help the mind to move within, that is also possible. One of them is Nyas, other of them is Prananyas. First, experience the body in the state of sensation, relaxation, and stillness. Second point, look at the breath. In order to maintain awareness and attention, just make your breath a little deep, silent and slow. It should not be too much. Just casually. So when you are breathing a little deeper, you are aware of the body and also the breath. And now, the mind. So when the breath goes in, move the mind inside the right arm from the shoulder to the fingertips and continue to see the space inside. Breath returns, mind moves from the fingertips to the shoulder. Breath is little deeper. Why? To allow the mind to work above the three defects. Just take that with the clarity of understanding. Even if you start with this step, even for 10 to 15 minutes every day, tremendous result. Now move the mind with the breath inside the left arm. Casual. The body is in the state of sensation, relaxation, stillness. You are breathing little deeper. So the moment you start inhaling, the mind moves from the shoulder of the left arm to the fingertips. And as the breath returns, the mind returns inside the left arm. And looking the space or emptiness. So it's a contrast, emptiness or a space versus the defects of the mind. See that. Now move the mind inside the right leg. You can pick up even one part of the body. It is left leg. Another point I want to mention: you pick up the step and you continue to do it for a longer period. That helps a great deal. Patanjali says, Dirghakaleshu. Now move the mind at the middle. As the breath goes in, move the mind from the top of the head inside to the tailbone. This way of understanding should be very clear, that we are going away, even if the defects are there. We are applying the wisdom, we are applying our awareness and attention. The breath goes in, the mind moves from the top of the head to the tailbone. And as the breath returns, the mind moves from the tailbone to the top of the head. Do we experience as if the mind is going away too far from the world outside, from the body, from the breath itself? That awareness helps us to get rid of the ignorance and the way. From there we can move in any direction using a mantra, not only to engage the mind, educate the mind, but also empower the mind. What is that empowerment? Mind is not carried away by the three, three defects. Let us do it in two parts. The moment the breath goes in, let the mind say mentally, Soham. Soham means I am that true nature. When the breath comes out, the mind rises from the tailbone to the top, to the inside the forehead. Again you drop Soham, descending, ascending. So there are tools in Kundalini meditation where they work on the mind to change the direction of that energy. The mind takes over the energy, the ascending process and also the descending. We can do it directly. The moment the breath goes in, the mind drops, saying Soham. When you say your home, you have a perception of it. Or when you say Soham, let the mind perceive that state of the peace and calmness inside. It should not start running to the body identification. It should not veil itself. And when the breath returns, Soham, Soham. The points we should be aware. The body continues to be in the state of sensation, relaxation, stillness. Mind lives and works and moves with the breath. And there is simple awareness of the spine and dropping of Soham. Why we are doing? Just to keep the mind, keep that mind in abeyance that causes the suffering due to the defects. Soham. 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 And then we keep our awareness higher and higher. So when the breath goes in from the top of the head to the belly button, Soham. Mind moves from the belly button to the top of the head, Soham. Just check in, recognize what changes happens. The sense of moving the mind from the top of the head to the belly button is to remain as a seeker. Seeker's mind is focused and pure. It instantly recognizes these three defects. It does not bring any kind of boredom. See that? Breath goes in. Mind moves from the top of the head to the belly button, and we are aware, saying Soham. The breath returns and the mind moves from the belly button to the top of the head in saying Shantoham. and recognize the change, absorption. And now the breath is normal. Follow that three-pointed approach. You know the breath is going in and out, you feel the sensation, there is no change. So you see that the moment the breath goes in, natural breath, the mind drops from the top of the head to the forehead inside, so-called the eye chakra. Breath returns, the natural breath moves from the forehead inside to the top of the head. And then aligned with the soul, when the breath drops, when the breath goes in, hum when the breath returns. So, that true nature, so, hum, me. So, hum. You'll see the difference, of today's practice is longer one and the mind complains. If it complains, we have to understand that. And if I give more talk and still the mind complains. What is important? To understand this nature of the mind, coming from the three defects. That's why Master says self-orientation. Based on the principles of Eastern wisdom. And now, do nothing. In the state of doing nothing. Shanti, Shanti, Shanti. Shanti, Shanti, Shanti. Shanti, Shanti, Shanti. Bring your mind on the right hand Mind on the left hand. Lift your both the palms. Place it on your eyes. Open the eyes inside. Know your experiences. And now, we can share our experiences. I have unmuted